The president mixed broad policy objectives with pointed efforts to draw sharp political differences as he seeks re-election in 2012. He's also reviving the rich man, poor man debate over tax hikes that Republicans say will go nowhere as far as they're concerned.
Go anywhere these days and you hear worries that the fountain of national prosperity most Americans once took for granted is disappearing.
I mean, you don't run your household with the big deficit, so you don't want your country to be owned by China.
President Obama laid out the stark reality for his audience in Washington today.
By 2025, the amount of taxes we currently pay will only be enough to finance our health care programs, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and the interest we owe on our debt.
All the rest, national security, education, infrastructure spending would have to be borrowed money, he said, on the current financial course.
Doing nothing on the deficit is just not an option.
President Obama proposes cutting $4 trillion over 12 years compared to a House GOP plan that would cut more than $5 trillion over a decade.
We cannot afford $1 trillion worth of tax cuts for every millionaire and billionaire in our society. We can't afford it. And I refuse to renew them again.
But what about the less than super wealthy, the business people or others who may also feel that tax bite?
There are entrepreneurs, a lot of people, small business people who create the majority of jobs. I'm not sure it's a good thing. I have some serious doubts.
The president says targeted cuts to defense spending and health care reforms already in place can have a huge impact on the deficit too. And he lashed out at Republicans, saying their plan would slash investments in infrastructure and hurt the elderly.
I will not allow Medicare to become a voucher program that leaves seniors at the mercy of the insurance industry.
Gladys Dowd enjoys those health care benefits, but she also says she realizes everyone will have to sacrifice.
We've just become too much of an entitlement expecting society, so I think it needs to be done cautiously, of course, and slowly, and you can't just do it abruptly overnight.
A growing national debate about priorities and sacrifice and the deep financial crisis that will require compromise on all of that at a time of sharp political divisions that make it a huge challenge. Jay and Shannon?
Michael, how big a political gamble is it for the president to outline his plan today?
It is a big one. Republicans are already saying we're going nowhere with you on any tax hikes, and they're saying he's being too vague on spending cuts, but it would have been a bigger gamble still for the president to do nothing. Others were already criticizing him, saying he wasn't getting involved in this major debate of our time about how to rein in runaway spending, and he needs all of the leverage he can get because the huge debate about raising the nation's debt limit is coming up, and he has to show he's part of a substantive debate about cutting the nation's debt if he's going to get anywhere on that.
All right, well, more about this. Michael Williams, thank you very much.